Now, I don't mean nostalgia when I say we must teach the children to save the world, the ways of old, before they are lost forever. Because, as some of you pointed out, how are you going to make someone nostalgic for something they weren't even alive for? I have so much gray hair. I usually dye my grays, and I just stopped recently. It's a lot. So I do not mean trying to return to the past. I actually mean looking to the future and deciding who we're going to be. Allow me to demonstrate my point with my old school photographic projector. I really love old school film photography, but it's super out of date and old fashioned. Like, imagine trying to convince a 20-year-old that they should take pictures like this when you can just hold up your phone and press a button and you've got the picture. Because back in the olden days, this piece of plastic would come out of your camera and then you'd have to run this through several chemicals to get the picture. But it doesn't stop there. Then you had to take the piece of plastic and put it into this to project the image onto paper and then run the paper through more chemicals just to get one photo. It's a super slow process, and if you don't think this is neat, that is totally fine. Honestly, even back in the day when this is what we did normally, a lot of people did not think this was neat. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So nostalgic, yes. Practical, no. And totally not for everyone. Even though a lot of young people are rediscovering this because it is super cool. I think it's easier to see my point with something like music, right? This lighting just got incredible. There's now an app on your phone that can create music that sounds like it could be played on Spotify or the radio, and it makes it in seconds, as opposed to a human that would have to experience the heartbreak and sit up all night writing the lyrics and then spend a ton of hours in the studio to record it and create something beautiful for you to hear. So some people might go, well, now a computer can create it instantly, so why would any person keep making music? And we all feel what the answer to that is, even if we couldn't verbalize it. Because music especially is such a deeply human thing to hear lyrics about something that we relate with or a beautiful sound that a human created. It makes us feel less alone when we hear it. And if you heard a song that was completely created by a computer, and we know that no human experience was involved, it's just an algorithm or something, I think that almost might make you feel more alone. And coincidence? What is social media making a lot of young people especially feel today? Loneliness. We all can just instinctively feel that the human created art is infinitely more valuable and desirable because it's real. And we're on the brink now of computers being able to do pretty much everything that people can do, and faster and better and cheaper, but it's not real in the human sense. So that's what I am talking about. It's not nostalgia. I mean, it can be nostalgic, but really it's about we're in this world where suddenly technology is speeding up so fast that it's replacing us in real time. And I think instead of saying, don't use that app, no, I think it's better to decide not what we're not going to do, but what are we going to do? What are we going to keep? What do we want to be in the future? And to me, the answer is super simple. For me, it's all about nature and art, the human stuff. That's what's real. That's what we want to keep. And that doesn't matter if you're 80 years old or 20 years old. It's like the kids say, go touch some grass. And I think for those of us who remember what it was like before the internet, we have lots of real life examples of slow physical things that ground us, like taking pictures in an old-fashioned way, or baking, or taking walks in nature, or knitting, or writing letters, or collecting records, or going to a poetry slam, or just hanging out with friends and talking in a coffee house all night. Except coffee houses are gonna have to start staying open at night again. we've got lots of work to do.
I look around.